This is the 8th video in a series on the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, a book which offers insightful lessons and historical examples of obtaining and wielding power. The book takes an amoral position on the potential uses of this power. And while it's true these laws can be used for your own selfish and malicious benefit, there is also a possibility to use these lessons to guard against power players and pursue benevolent goals. Throughout the series, I will describe each law while providing examples from popular film and television shows. These depictions are not meant to be taken 100% factually accurate, but merely as examples to learn the laws of power. Law 8. Make others come to you.
A king may move a man. That man can also move himself. And only then does that man truly begin his own game.
Judgment. When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. It is always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, then attack. You hold the cards. Robert Greene. Part 1. Transgression of the law. In business dealings, much like in warfare, you would rather your enemy come to you and fight you where you have prepared your defenses. In the 2005 film The Kingdom of Heaven, which portrays an abridged history of the final years of the Second Crusade, the leader of the Muslim army, Salahuddin, played by Ghassan Musaad, meets with King Baldwin IV of Jerusalem, played by Edward Norton.
I pray you pull back your cavalry and leave this matter to me.
I pray you retire unharmed to Damascus.
Both armies being of equal strength with no clear advantage, the decision comes that they would rather seek terms than risk losing their armies.
We have terms.
We have terms.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Afterwards, Salahuddin scolds some of his more impatient leaders, who call for an immediate attack.
Why did we retire? God alone determines the results of battles.
The results of battles are determined by God, but also by preparation, numbers, the absence of disease, and the availability of water. One cannot maintain a siege with the enemy behind.
Later in the story, after King Baldwin dies, a more hawkish King Guy de Lusignan ascends the throne and orders his army to march on Salahuddin.
What answer do you return to Salahuddin?
This.
Assemble the army!
The knight, Balian of Ibelin, played by Orlando Bloom, attempts to reason with the king, telling him not to move hastily into his attack.
We march at once. What say this council?
Aye!
No, if you must have war. This army cannot move away from water. You have a chance to hold the city, but if you move out against Salahuddin, this army will be destroyed. Salahuddin wants you to come out. He is waiting for you to make that mistake.
We should meet the enemies of God.
And so we shall.
The caution falls on deaf ears. Salahuddin's patience pay off. When the Christian army left the safety of their stronghold, they were immediately vulnerable. The further they moved from their supplies and fresh water, the weaker they became. Salahuddin easily defeats the army in the Battle of Hattin. Your enemy may also use your own moral code against you, such as in the 2021 film The Last Duel. When enemy soldiers begin to terrorize civilians in clear view of French mounted knights, Jean, played by Matt Damon,
We cannot just sit here.
is spurned to attack and save or avenge the civilians. Where Jacques, played by Adam Driver, recognizes
They're baiting you, Jean. They want us to leave the bridge so they can take Limoges. They make them happen!
that is a trap, designed to move them out of their position.
My son is a fool. Let him go. If he goes alone, he will die. For the king!
Sure, they may save the civilians, but they would ultimately lose the battle.
I know he is stubborn.
Yes, stubborn, difficult, jealous, rash,
Yes.
dim-witted, irascible.
Yes, I know, my lord.
Stupid.
He disobeyed me and let
Limoges fall.
He believed he would succeed. His intentions were good.
Lord, I become your man. I swear I shall serve you for life.
Closer. Lord, I become your man. I swear.
Part 2. Observations. In the 1970 film Waterloo, which depicts the historic 1815 battle for which the film is named, Napoleon commands the newly restored French army. In front of him is a coalition of European nations commanded by the Duke of Wellington, played by Christopher Plummer. The Duke is patient to start the engagement.
Brotherly business, isn't it, Delancey? Killing.
Shall I shut them up, sir?
No. No. Indulgent. Anything that wastes time this morning. Indulgent.
Hoping that a prolonged battle would allow his additional allied armies of the Prussian Empire to join the fight. So once Lord Wellington has placed his army, he stands there and awaits the enemy to engage him.
He's nailed himself to his ridge. This Englishman has two qualities that I admire: caution, and above all, courage.
Now's the time to move all the heavy artillery against Picton.
Napoleon knows he cannot defeat two armies together, which makes him impatient. Foul weather from the night before has already delayed his plans to attack in the early morning, and now he must wait until the afternoon. Even after the engagement has commenced, the Duke of Wellington is unwilling to move his forces from the ridge where they have taken root.
The 95th down, sir!
I do not intend to run around like a wet hen. There'll be plenty of time, sir.
Their patience continues to agitate Napoleon, who is now losing patience with his own generals.
This Wellington wages war in a new way. He fights sitting on his ass, where we'll have to move him off it.
Where is Grouchy?
The French, out of time, are now forced to attack their opponent in open combat.
They're coming on in the same old style.
So we'll have to meet them in the same old style.
The French advance is repulsed, and just in time for the Prussians to arrive, ending the battle and routing the French. The reversal. While generally it is always best to fight from a defensive position, there are times when surprising an ill-prepared enemy will cause chaos in their ranks and increase your advantage. Such as in the 2003 film Gods and Generals, which depicts a surprise attack by General Stonewall Jackson, played by Stephen Lang, at the Battle of Chancellorsville, demonstrating the power of taking an enemy by surprise.
Stop running! Stop running!
This has been a production of Minimum Effort Media. There are new videos here on the first Friday of every month. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you care to. If you'd like to own a copy of the 48 Laws of Power, you can do so by using the Amazon link in the description below this video. Doing so helps benefit the channel. I also like to give away a copy of the book with every video I release. All you have to do to enter this little giveaway is be a subscriber with notifications turned on, like the video, and comment down below. I pick the comments at random, and they will be posted on my next 48 Laws of Power video. The winners from the previous video are on screen right now. Please contact me at The Lazy Stoic across all social media so I can get your contact information. Thank you for watching.